Welcome. This is my sketchbook from authorhouse.com. Come on in, get you some tea, coffee, water. These are my sketches since 2008. I self-published it. About my sketchbook. This is of crayon, marker, pencil, pen. I sketch by vibrations, frequencies, and energy. I teach the peers. I teach you all how to not overthink through these sketches. And if you look at a sketch and come up with three things in 10 seconds, that's great. But if you come up with something over three, you're overthinking. And of course, when you purchase these sketchbook, they're for all ages. It's a fun chat book, coffee book while you're drinking coffee on your coffee table. And they also doodles. But if you can see three things right quick in 10 seconds, when you purchase the book, you write with three things you see and then let it speak, let you meditate on the three things you see. And I also do this with one-on-one alignment sessions with you, with your mental health challenges through these books. Authorhouse.com. It's pencil, colored pencils. And you see, if while you're drinking your water, your coffee, or your tea, have your little pen out, little pad. and see in 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You see something, three things right quick. You write it down. If you go over three, you overthink. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Craig, Mark. This is my sketchbook, self-published. I did, when you self-publish, I went through Arthur House. That was about 7 or 8 years ago. I did a book signing in LA. So they have that set up, but all that comes out your pocket. It's promotions, and I did pretty good. I apologize if my internet is unstable. Keep saying that. So these make coffee, nice coffee book, chat book. You can put them on your coffee table, like chat book, while you drink some tea, water, you know, or your favorite beer, whatever, and have a conversation. Very nice conversation pieces. And if you could see three things out of, in it in 10 seconds, and you write it in your book, if you go over three, you're overthinking. It's a dueling colored pencil. I go by frequency, by whatever the space that I was in. Some of it look like a child, yes. You go into your inner child, and that's fine. Sketch doodling, But God had me to do this to bless other people through it. And the cover, of course, is Essence Palmer, Abstract Art, and Others. I did these sketches like I always did them back in 2008. Excuse me. If you have any questions, what have you, you can ask them right there or DM me. I've been doing this content creating over 20 some years as an advocate for mental health because I live with bipolar 2 disorder. Colored pencils. I do crayon, markers, pen. I pick up a lot on islands when I sketch. I also do spiritual awakening with this when you fast and pray. It's alignment for your spiritual journey. I do alignment sessions on that. Got a little doodling ink pen. Well, God tell you to do such the foolish things. Like God, why in the world? But God wants you to show what's in you. You don't know who it can bless. Abstract sketches or art is your own world. There's no rules or nothing, you know? You're free in your mind. Teach you how to be free and stay free. A lot of times when I would dream, I see trees and stuff. But when I meditate, this is the greatest meditation. It's that chair, your plant, the tree, whenever you pick up three things in 10 seconds. It's a fun thing, chat, conversation piece. Everybody doodling is so different. Sketches are different. And of course, you're like, okay, that's a house. But look how where the door has dimension, what dimension it in. That's with pen, colored pencil. And look, this is a city. It's like a little city, the doors. And look at how the door look with a design. Looks like a pocketbook or something like that. I would love for therapists or engineers that will order this book. People can teach out of it. I would love it to be in schools, curriculums and stuff. And I say therapists and stuff, you know, it will be a sense of healing. Because then we talk to the peers. Engineers, well, in my computer art, there are different designs that I would like for the engineers to see and build and sell the blueprint to them. Everything I sketch and do, I put a date to it. All this 2008. We're on the hour 6:27 p.m. Eastern Time in the USA. Georgia, hour away from Atlanta. This was a Wednesday night. It got dark about 5:30. Pen, pencil, shattering. Different colors mean different things. Growth, certain spots that darkness in our lives. You have healing. Green, there's a lot of growing. God said, don't be ashamed. Some people, you all can do some very great sketching. And then some, you do something that's part of therapy and healing and help you with your mental health challenges. It's nice to just try it, but it's not for everybody, and it's okay. The three things that you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What three things you came up, you can see right through that right quick. What's three? You see more than three now, you're overthinking. You're already done overthink. And it's okay. If you say, well, I see nothing. Okay, cool. It's not for everybody's sketches look the same. It's not, it all depends on what you pick up in the spirit realm. And like I say, a lot of it, like crayon and pencil, it digs deep in your childhood as well. That's why children can look at this and say, "Oh, see," it speaks to you. It can speak to their souls. You turn it, different ways. It speaks to you. I just saw something myself. And when I sketch through the vibrations and frequencies and everything, I don't know what I'm sketching. Sometimes, I just close my eyes and do kind of Google something, and then open it and go back and fill it in. It's like creating your own, coloring book or adult coloring book. when you get them, you can write little notes to yourself in it. It's very good for school and therapy sessions. This book here, um, like they're about $30 a piece. I think it includes shipping, whatever. Authorhouse.com. See the frequency, the vibes, how they're going. A lot of times I just be picking up on a lot of different people in certain spaces that I could be in. It's a certain space. And when I do your alignment sessions, spiritual sessions, I can pick up on your frequencies and stuff and sketch among that, and it be a alignment sessions. A lot of time I do ghost writing document. It'll be a ghost. I do ghost writing, but it'll be a documentary of your life through the sketches. I could just be with you. These are paid sessions, of course. I could be just we could do it through GM, Zoom, just speaking with you in the presence. And I sketch. I can do a sketch in the sketch in a documentary of your life. That's what I. So that's what I do. I do ghost writing, but they're document of your life when I sketch it in front of you. Also, I will have you to sketch, and it's real simple. A lot of times I have you to close your eyes and let your hands go, flow. You can do it on your own. Then you look at the three things that you see it naked, and then go back and fill it in however you feel like coloring it in. Then you will see something else. So that's making a documentary of your life and sketching. Very great conversational book over coffee, tea, water, but beer. I know some of it look real light, but that's crayon. See, that's sort of like a childlike's mind. Anything that you see that seems like in crayon is going deep, just hitting different little parts of childhood. And that's okay. And then you know that you're still in contact with your, you know, child, child childhood side. And of course, it's not for everybody. Of course not. Welcome. I see you, Strange. Welcome. Come on in with your coffee, get water, tea. It's talking about my sketchbooks, how I sketch through vibration, energy, frequency. Everybody's sketch, it's not going to be the same. But if you could look at them, thank you for the hearts. If you could just look at them and say, for instance, you get a book, it's great for your coffee table, conversation piece. And what you do when I do your uh, paid, you know, alignment sessions, spiritual sessions, or mental health sessions, I would ask you to pull three things out of here that you see. In your own book, you can write it down. But if you come up over three things, then you're overthinking. I teach you how to not overthink so it can handle your situation. and mental health challenges in your life. Well, I've had these books over 8 years. I was doing things with it. Then I had to put it down, take care of my mom for a couple of years. Wow, man, you had a pen or a pencil by you and a piece of paper. I'm just gonna let that sit right there for a second. I I start with this one. It's crayon. It looks like nothing, but there is a spiritual connection about this. I'll give you 10 seconds. You think, all right, three things you see about it. Three. But if you come up with more than three, you're overthinking already. And when I do want to sessions with you, when you come up with whatever three words you come up with, then I will tell you what it means. Like, for example, I'm going to use myself as an example. Okay. Three things that I don't have nothing in my head when I be doing this. But for example, I see like three things. Okay. I'm just gonna take this one. Okay. The first that I see, I just see these different, you know, strokes, different lines. Second, I see is forces. Okay. And thirdly, I see it's just it's just space. Okay. So when I mention forces, that means there are certain forces that was in in that space, particular space that I was picking up on. So that's what I mean by spiritual alignment. That's why I said, you write it down, and then I said another one was about space. I said I seen space, so that means also that I was in a particular space, and I was picking up on forces. And it just goes however the spiritual awakening will take you. Now, I always pick up every time I see this. It's okay if you don't see three things, and if you don't see nothing, that's fine. But I always see even embryo. You know, when I see this, I always say, "Oh, wow, this is like an embryo, like when you a baby in the stomach before during the 9 months." Well, that always means to me in the colors that means growth, new beginnings, new chapters. So I know in my particular space I am, and I know you are because it's the frequency that brought you all in here. The frequency that we're connecting it, you all are going through new growth as well. Okay. New beginnings in your life because there is a shifting. And I say that in every video, God, it's a shifting. It's definitely a strong shifting. And it's shifting a lot of us, whether we like it or not. A lot of us is dealing with a lot of different shades in our lives, dark path. And then, of course, like I said, a lot of us have dark paths, but at least you're coming out and you got the healing right next to it. Okay. So this is what I do with you in your paid sessions. There's nothing to worry. It's really, and see how that's meeting up with each other. I can see the embryo, but then I also see what's touching the embryo. There is a force, something that is touching whatever the embryo is connecting together to make it complete because it's developing. And that's what a lot of us are going through, a lot of developing, no matter what age you are. I'm 59, I'm a Gen X. It doesn't matter. And I also speak manifestation, speaking positive signs in this right here. It's just like right here is dealing with energy force, and you are power. You are powerful. Manifestation. That's why we have to be careful what we say into the universe. We cannot say we are broke, because this here is manifestation. Just like the song say, we all are creators, whether you know it or not, or like it. And it's beautiful. God put us on this earth to create. So this is part of the creation that we was created. Energy source, powerful. You are power, you are divine. So these are the, uh, one-on-one alignment sessions for your mental health that I do. Oh wow, you can take this all kind of ways here. Man, if you like, DM me, just, it's complimentary. Or you can just say here in the chat. What three things you say? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You already done overthinked it. If you don't see none, that's fine. If you see two things, that's fine. If you see one thing, that's fine. If you don't see none, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And some people just say, "Oh, I just see with the naked eye, just scribble, scribble," and that's fine too. But in the spiritual awakening of being woke, and you fast and pray, you know, you can see beyond all the chaos. I see chaos. It was a space that I picked up. I was in a space where every energy that I was picking up on, it was chaos. So when you have been fasting and praying, within the chaos, I see beyond that. Life beyond issues. And a lot of us have had chaos in our lives, fighting against different entities. It's just attacking. And that's what I said, that also I do ghostwriting with you all, that it will be a documentary when we're in alignment sessions. I will sketch the frequency of what the alignment with you at that moment. and it will become a documentary of what you see when you finish or once you get the book or whatever. This is a great conversation piece. When you out with a friend or whatever, a date, whatever, having coffee, tea, water, drinking beer. It's a great conversation piece book. You can have it on your coffee table. And I noticed some people, it just looked like nothing. Like, wow, you did that and self-published authorhouse.com. You know what? I also, teach you how to self-publish and what you can do with your books and everything. You can do a lot with your self-publishing book. This Essence Paula Abstract Art and Other. I date everything. Date everything. 2000 was this 2008. Always initial and put your date. Now it's 2011. So this book goes all the way back to 2008. Sketches. When I was in my second marriage. My second marriage, I was so totally. Welcome, Abu. I was totally depressed in my second marriage. My second husband left me, and I understand, and I don't blame him, because I had very bad episodes. I was in a deep depression. And so this is the space that I was in, and the vibrations and everything that I could pick up on. Now, also a psychiatrist or whoever counsels can also use these books for other people. And it's whatever they pick up in this right here. It's this crayon and whatever three things that they could see, pick up, you write it. And especially once you purchase the book, you can write it in. But like I said, if it's over three things you see, you're overthinking. I teach you not to overthink. I teach you how to not overthink so that can help you in your mental health challenges, situations in life. And that's, you could say, what? That's another day of chaos picking up. Yeah. This is uh crayon and pencil and pen. Let me see. It's a crayon and pencil. Yeah, pen, crayon. Yeah. I also use markers. Like I said, it's not for everybody. But I sketch by frequency, vibrations, and energies. See a lot of color, a lot of colorful things. Very colorful. Colors speak a lot of volume. What three things do you see? You can, just write it to yourself. You write it down. And if someone like purchased the book, they can write it in the book. Or they just write it on a separate sheet of paper. and you can teach from this book. This book is for people to purchase, and they can get them in bundles. They could be for groups, classes, and they teach from the patterns because everybody's pattern is different when they sketch. They have different people have different frequencies. That's why you have to be careful about the people around you and stuff. So it's a great energy that I'm picking up. I see 4 people. The number 4, 4 is really it's a good number. It's relating to it's the frequency. In the numbers as well. Like I say, in my frequency, the energies that I pick up is always Allen's. That's why I know this is not my home. Born and raised in the USA, born and raised, but I know this is not my home because I always see different islands and stuff, you know. So if you just drop it in, you're on an hour of 6:53 p.m. Eastern time in the USA. In Georgia, an hour away from Atlanta. This saying a lot. Like when I do one-on-one alignment with you for your mental health challenges, alignment, and or your spiritually awakening journey. So for instance, you come to this and you feel this. If you chose this page, it's what your vibrations has picked up and connected to. You're already overthinking now. You feel somebody's overthinking. This is marker, a little pen. This is 2008. In August, I did this in August. I'm sorry, 2011. Oh, I just felt that. And I did this back in 2000. I felt that it was something right up in here. I felt that. I never seen that before. You see, every day and every hour to a different person just changes to someone. Well, changes. That's what makes spiritual awakening so unique of abstract sketches of a spiritual awakening. And if you turn it all around, you see different things. But I definitely felt that right there. I did an ancestry, you call it ancestry? Oh, you just, I can't speak good. Tonight. Well, my ex-husband and I, we did it back in, I think 2010, 11, and found out that my background is like Nigerian, Hausa Fulani tribe. And it gave me, it took our DNA. We had to swap our mouth. And when a lady does it, she can only pick up on her mom's side. But if a man do it, if you do it, it picks up on your mom and dad's side of the family. And I do want to know the other side of my family. I don't know my dad's side of the family. But this right here, whoa, this is strong right here. I'm pulling something really strong with this. Oh my God. It jumped out at me when I just turned the page, and I did this in 2011. And see, I didn't feel that then. I'm not gonna let myself overthink that. I have to tell the spirits, I'd be like, you're not gonna be in my head rent free like this, so God has already taken care of it. But this is real strong right here. It's strong. It's a strong force. It's not evil, but it's an honorable. I feel it like in a certain country is something that it gets a lot of celebration. It's like celebrated, but it's nothing evil about it. I feel really good with this part. It jumped out at me. It's like an angel. I'm picking up an angel. And the blue, I can see the healing. It's a strong healing. I'm also picking up where this is also picking up on a male. You're being celebrated somewhere. Are you on your way to be celebrated? That's what I'm picking up. I'm getting very strong vibes, very strong feeling. So I'm picking up on a male, yes. And I feel good about this. It feels really nice. Who doesn't love a great leader with a wonderful soul? It's nothing evil about it. I feel good about it. But it's on a male. I'm picking up this on a male. It's a male. You all are going into a season of being celebrated. You felt like, I'm picking up on your vibes right here in this chat, that you felt like you haven't been appreciated for a long time. Now, if this resonates in your spirit, in your guts, then this is confirmation for you. Yeah. Every time I see this, when I scan through, I see a tree of wisdom. So every challenge just makes me shine. These are different levels of purging that God has taken you through. And God is still working with the roots of what's going on with someone. Getting to the root of the situation because it's flowing all out. It's connecting with other people, other situations that are growing, but yet God is still working with your the roots of what has been growing within you. Still working with it. But you're coming out though. You're coming out. Someone is coming out. Royalty. Better finance. It's just coming, all your finances is coming all different ways. Look at that frequency. Look how that frequency is. The finance. The green, the growth. As you grow, your finance is getting better. But he's definitely working at the root of that situation so you could have a better finance. Okay. So I was led, I had to come on out and say that one, you know. Just gonna let that sit for a second. Okay. Every day, every moment, the spiritual awakening comes in with different people in different ways. It speaks to them differently, and when you have a spiritual alignment, or like alignment sessions with me, with your mental health challenges. Say, for instance, you pick this page, and I was led to just let this sit here, and it's crayon pencil. Okay, this is crayon pencil. I'm picking up that it's like a window that has just been a shadow to someone for a while. You've been looking out this window, and the window that you've been looking out of is the window you've been looking out of, and speaking on a spiritual awakening point of view. That it just feel like you've been a shadow. A shadow. I don't know, feeling like you've been a shadow to your spouse or your siblings. You've been walking in somebody's shadow. And every time you just look out this window, it just feel like you don't have your own identity. Okay? That's what, you've been feeling. But that's only for a season though. It's only been a season. It's only been a season because I'm picking up on y'all frequency and everything. I'm picking up. somebody, one person, I say two, feeling like they've been living in shadows of someone. Every time you look out this window. And then, of course, it feels like a storm. I'm picking up, it's like it was something that you're dealing with in your childhood, and you felt like you wasn't seen, you've been looked over. That's what I'm picking up. But things are changing. Things are changing. This wonder no longer exists. It comes up at times. You do have a way out. Coming out that storm, it was a storm too. You're dealing with different things that is in your life from your childhood that you felt like you had no identity. And I'm picking up you had like a couple of siblings or something. Yeah, but does this resonate in your guts or your, you know, and it's confidential, it's cool. It's not for everybody. But you you have been coming out though. You have been coming out. Because at one point you wouldn't even come out of your room. Every time you look out the window, it just looks like a storm. It looks like it's just, you feel like it seems like you lost your identity to a situation or someone, or it could be, like I said, sibling or in a relationship. Yeah, it's okay. So the Knicks in this season is very promising, is very powerful, is very it's it's promising. It's promising. See the frequencies. The frequencies is very sharp. High vibration energy. And shoot, I did this back in I did this. You say 2012, 2012. And these sketches of spiritual awakening, it speaks. It don't matter. It could be 30 or 50 years from now, and it's still gonna speak to someone's soul. A lot of royalty right here. Royalty. Really sharp. No doubt, I'm the one they should know about. My voice is calm, my truth is loud. I'm the energy that moves the crowd. I don't change, I try. I said it once, I stand on that. Every word is creates, every breath my world reshapes. This energy, you're feeling much better about yourself, you know. You begin to believe in God more and talk to God, you know. So so get drunk, I lead the way. Every note became my not one that sounds with me. I'm scared every time I rise, I win. I am chosen, I am whole. Every step's under control. You're definitely chosen. Everything responds to me. I am beauty on the planet, I'm divine, I understand. God knows what He's doing, but the number of the people that, even in the replay, after this is finished, it's gonna be this is manifestation. A lot of people is gonna get a manifestation even in the replay of this. You know, it's speaking into a lot of people's souls. It's speaking into your souls right now. And this is about your power and peace. Very powerful. Don't worry about what it looks like. You already just overthink. Don't worry about it. So a lot of, chosen ones, you pick up on a lot of high vibrations on people. And when you come away from someone and you're feeling overwhelmed, you know, you're gonna, you can't be around that person much longer. Because sometimes certain vibrations are not healthy for us, not for the chosen ones. It's not healthy. And it's not the norm. So you don't have to stay in that person present. Someone lives in a city. This is picking up city, something about the neighborhood you're in. Mm, I'm picking up relocation. Either someone has just moved or be moving in a couple of months. And the neighborhood, uh, it's, it will seem like a very nice neighborhood for you to feel like you belong there. Okay. Um, 'cause the neighborhoods that you've been living and then like I said, if it you feel it in your guts, what I'm saying, in your heart, and it's confirmation. But the past neighborhoods that you've been living in is just not having been, what you wanted to live in. I don't know if it could be someone still living with a family member, you know, that neighborhood, you haven't felt like you've grown. You groaned physically and stuff, but it's sometimes it's uh this neighborhood, you're being relocated, and this in this neighborhood is going to be a lot of growth, uh genuine people. Some people going to be it's probably going to be like one house that it could be something different about a family that is in a particular house. But you don't have to worry about them because they're going to be an opportunity to you. It's going to be an opportunity. I don't know if it's going to be something they need in this particular house in this neighborhood. And maybe you're working with somebody like that now that something going on with a family and you've been, you know, uh, been concerned and it's dealing with something about finance and opportunities. And in this household, they went through some serious, um, little in and out of situations, but they're gonna be okay. And uh, it's gonna be some opportunities that you're gonna need with this family, and it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be a blessing to them, or vice versa. But this household is really different from the rest of the neighborhood. People in this neighborhood, and as we can all see, that looks like a heart on top of this. Um, it looks like it could be a building, whatever. But the neighborhood is an interesting neighborhood. You're being relocated. It's yeah. You're gonna fit in. You're gonna fit in the neighborhood pretty good. That's what I'm picking up. Now over the years they've had different type of people to come through, had different entities and all of that, but it's cleared out now. It actually is a old neighborhood, and it's gone through a lot of healing and a lot of growing. So I'm hearing that they're rebuilding this neighborhood that either you already moved to or you're going to be relocated in a couple of months. Okay? Yeah, that's what. And of course, as we can see, what music notes, um, you know, a lot of people love music. They got different music they love. Um, there's a particular um, it's I'm picking up someone like they have a certain place they go I say sports bar. I'm picking up sports bar, and you love the music there. They have some really nice music. You go and chill. So sports bar. I'm picking up sports bar. You really digging the music there. Yeah, I feel the music is just it just puts you at a certain point. It just really does something to you, the kind of music that they play there. And it may not be, wherever you go and you hear this music, you don't hear this type of music anywhere else, wherever you go, you know. If someone in the chat loves to go and, you know, go to a certain place to um listen to this particular music. It's an outing for you. It's a breath of fresh air, you know, and everything. And it's oh wow, I can just feel it, in the frequency. How you know to be in that certain spot, a certain place where it's almost like someone going to church and you can feel the Holy Ghost. But when you walk into this certain, it doesn't look like the sports bar. Don't look like much of a place where anybody would hang at. But it's just for you, you know. It's just for you to just to revive yourself, just to enjoy you. It's not where you. I mean, it's private, it's personal, it's sacred to you. You know, this is your getaway. Wherever that place is at, it's your getaway. You know, you don't nobody really know about it but you. You didn't tell your friend, or you didn't tell a sibling about it, or a bestie. You may get a text or a call and say, "Where you at?" And you would just say something else that you won't tell nobody where you at when you at this particular place and stuff. So yeah. Wow. This is really, I didn't know. I didn't know this was gonna go this way. I'm just gonna show God told me to get on here and just show sketches and stuff. I used to be so ashamed of my sketches and stuff. And as you can see on my notes, uh back in 2003, 4, 5, 8, whatever year, I had jamming art, and that was my beginning sketches. And it was like a friend to me, my sketches, because I'm an only child and I was so alone, you know. And so I'm just telling you something about myself that was on my birthday, 2011. Yeah, got some pictures made and stuff. And the background of this, that's a big old half a wall canvas that I had did. That was my first acrylic art. Um, and that's a closer the background of it. That's what I did. Then it was in my ex-husband and I apartment. I just wanted to do something different. I met this girl from New York. This She brought her boyfriend on Facebook, and she came and did my hair. So and then she did my makeup, and my mom made the jewelry. So I was really advertising her jewelry as well. She brought the outfit from New York. I said, "Bring me some from New York." I just wanted my birth. I was in my 40s then. I'm 59 now, and I didn't feel like standing in no shoes or nothing. And my guitar, I was my ex-husband, now my second husband. We were living with my oldest uncle, and I was just doing stuff to be. It's almost like I was playing by ear, but it wasn't nothing. I was just messing around. And then this is the wall the background is the wall to the apartment I was in. I asked the manager, "Can I do a mural?" You know, and that was my first mural I ever done. So it was just I was just going through frequency and back. It was so much going on in that apartment complex. It was like, oh my God. We ended up moving out. It was in College Park in Atlanta. Man, we were glad that we got the place. We had no furniture in them, just chairs, you know. My ex-husband, he was always, we met at the radio station, gospel radio, while I was homeless, going through transitioning, had lost my children. This here, I was still in a deep depression and everything, and just going through. But, so it took me a day to do this mirror. It it was just something. Just I just had to do something. So, yeah. So, I was wearing a mask and faking the funk a lot. I wasn't happy. I really wasn't. And, I was just always dealing with my weight going up and down, up and down. But I tried to make myself happy, And my ex-husband, bless his heart, he didn't know, had no idea what I was going through, the episodes that I was going through. But yeah, but that's plenty more story to that and everything. I've always been a pioneer, you know, what did I say? Realist, activist, novelist, and I love helping people. I mean, I just love people if they allow me to, but don't get on my other side. I'm no joke. That's all I got to say. You don't want to pull that side out, and I'm not going to allow that side to come out because um that's another video when I was 19 and my first love found out he really wasn't my first love. And but he know now that I wasn't the one. And um I just cut serious ties off with him when I turned 50. I loved him ever since I was in the 6th grade, you know. So but come to find out he was a narcissist and stuff like that. And I have my accountability too, you know, because I didn't know I was living with bipolar 2 disorder. So I get it. I get it. And even like now, I just chill. I'm laid back, but I'm a hard worker. I just doing God's purpose, and I don't have time for no BS. You know, um, I don't mind talking with people and stuff, but if I feel that your vibe is off to me and stuff, I'm not gonna vibe with you. The frequency, I have very funny ways, very funny. I'm very I love, you know how they say they love hard, but you got to come out of loving hard. Loving hard means you loving somebody more than you love yourself. And I had to I'm growing out of that. When I love hard, My birthday, I'm an Aries, March the 21st. And, you know, and when I want someone, I get them. And I know how to keep them. And I have friends way back to 3rd grade, and we 59 and 60. So, but when God helped me to cut you off, when He cut people out my lives, that's it. That is it. People tend to try to take me for granted, because I love to have fun and laugh and be goofy. And they look at and they see my pictures like, oh, she's such a sweet girl. Oh, she's just, But once I feel like, I pick up because I ain't been on this earth for 59 years for no. When you in the spirit realm and that third eye is open, God will expose. It's scary. Earlier, I was falling asleep in my chair 4 or 5 hours ago. And a lot of us chosen ones is different things just happens to us. And when I nodded off and woke up that quick, I saw a black lady that was real thin, had long, thick, pretty lashes, sitting there looking at me. And I was like, whoa, whoa, okay. But it didn't scare me because I'm used to entities and, you know, them showing up. I don't know if it was from the lady of my life. I don't know if it was her spirit. And I don't know. I had to pull my mother ashes of 3 years. I don't know if it was her, but you know, it wasn't like, ooh, it wasn't that. I just say, whoa, I say, well, it's not of you, Lord. Send it out right now in the name of Jesus. You know, I plead blood of Jesus in every corner of my apartment, blood of Jesus over there. You got to know how to speak to those spirits. You got to know. Um, One time I was sitting up here in my senior living, like I said, 'cause my grown children, they're just a couple of minutes away from me. They don't play about me. My 38-year-old son and my 30-year-old daughter, my 25-year-old daughter, even though we have our big differences, but yet we do not play about each other. My grandkids, 17, 13. So, but I always know I have an angel. And I'm sitting up here in my same chair where I'm recording from in my living room. And I wanted my place to look lofty because I know what it's like. I've had houses and stuff and had all this furniture and stuff like that. I just wanted something plain and simple. I just want to be free now. I don't want to own no furniture. Got rid of my vehicle. I don't want to. But anyway, that's another video. Another video. Um, I'm sitting up here and all of a sudden it started lightning and it was thundering and a clap of whatever it was came through the window. And this was, what was this, last year? Or was it the beginning of this year? It had to have been this year. And all I saw was a sparkle in front of my microwave. It went click, click. I have never seen that before. And so as I meditate and pray, and even it was in my spirit today, it just came back in my spirit because of I seen the lady. She didn't let me see. I just saw enough of her. She was slender, sitting up there. But I didn't know who she was. But all I know was them thick, heavy eyelashes. I didn't see no hair, short hair. You know, I said, I don't know if that was my ancestor or what, but she was slender, had a nice dress on, sitting in one of my chairs right here. And I'm like, whoa. But anyway, back to that lightning, that little clash, clash, clack, clack. I never had that happen before. So I want to say it's chosen ones, prayer warriors, intercessors. You going through this is nothing weird. So um that's why we're all connecting to frequencies that I help our peers going through mental health challenges and through the journey. I do the sessions to help you with your gift that you're going through like this. Uh, God uh, works through frequencies. I'm telling you, if it's Google, He pushes your name, He pushes us out and to meet all on another side of the world. You know, on another side of the world. If you in any other country, it's a reason. So I do paid sessions if you want to explore more and see why you're going through all these different things because just nothing overnight, but it's salvation is free, but to be anointed and make a difference in people's lives, there's a price that you pay. And this is the prices that we pay, what we go through in our lives. Why we don't fit in. This is why we don't fit in. We're not freaks or nothing like that. We just God's chosen one. We know better than anybody else. Okay. He's just letting us know that might, angel angels are on posts. When you in position, God got us. A lot of people don't realize they'll see you go through something and say, dang, how did they come out of that one? You know, we have it ain't nothing glamorous what we go through. It's nothing glamorous, you know, nothing glamorous at all. And this is a global thing with us, you know. We have to be careful what we, eat. It's just like I did the picture of my collard greens, cornbread, macaroni and cheese thing. I hadn't ate that kind of meal in years. Okay. I haven't made, and it was a treat to me at this time. And I'm like, wow. Because actually, I hate Thanksgiving and Christmas. Like I say, my father died December the 6th in 1970 when I was 5. And then I lost a grandparent around Thanksgiving. So my mom and I really never really did anything with it anymore. So I tell my children, go on with your dad and them, I don't want to do nothing. But I don't want to step on nobody else's toes of doing this cool. But anyway, um, this Author House, this is my book. I've had it for several years. Self-published. A lot of you all, you're supposed to be already have you. Don't be waiting. Do it. Do it. You know, I'll coach you through it. Just my other book, memoirs. You know, and the reason why my pictures be looking, and I'll do another video to go through this. This is more of of course, my documentary going on with me as I do this indie documentary of me on Substack. This is my documentary of living with bipolar 2 disorder, which I'm speaking that I'm healed. That I will be healed. We are healed. Whatever mental health challenges. But anyway, and the reason why mine's be looking like this, no color and all of that, because these are spirits that comes to me. Sometimes I have a color to it all, I'm just into whatever God says do. And when, you see them like this, it's just spirits. It's what I see. It ain't got to be, oh, black art and this kind of art, see these figures? This is what I be picking up, you know. And these little figures, characters be speaking to a lot of people's souls, women, men's souls. This may remind a man, somebody of their of their sibling or their wife or whatever. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just doing it because actually I was messing around about makeup. That's what I was playing around with it, and it actually turned out looking like a chair. That's what I love about abstract. You know, so I was just doodling around, and God was like, "Okay, self-publish that." And stuff. I'm like, "What? Are you serious right now?" With that, you see, you know. Is what it's saying to you. So it's like I don't know. It's just these figures, these characters, and it scares me to write because I'm gonna tell y'all on a spiritual level, on a spiritual awakening level, when your pen, when these characters start talking to you, and when your pen or pencil hit that paper, those daggone characters come to life. And I'm telling you, for real. Every time I write a story, it's like I can't finish it because I'm so deep in it. And then come to find out, it seems like my life be almost parallel to it. I was doing a little short story, last year, I guess, or maybe the early part of this year. And I did it. And I was like, oh my God. I had to put it down for a minute because the characters were just, they were getting carried away. And this here is my journal. I went to St. Martin's. Like I said, I had a year in St. Martin. I got to renew my passport. And this is, it was on the Dutch side. And so this abstractish. I think that was really nice. So I just write, my different notes and stuff in it. I date everything. So if you like, on my site, on my up here on my Substack, you're welcome. If it bless you, buy me coffee, water, tea, or just donate and whatever that, you know, you see that, whatever blesses you, it's a blessing. I have an eBay account, so you will see my eBay up there as well. Let me see. If you see something, whatever anybody buy from my eBay it contributes to my Substack indie documentary and my mental health YouTube channel. Cause I'm not being this is full-time content for me. Like you see, I've been in it over 20 some years, but I'm not being paid for it and stuff. And so this is my eBay. And I just get up and do what I do. God is taking care of me some kind of way. I'm so grateful. I have to get dentist work done, all that kind of stuff. But also, it'll be in another video. Um, I'm looking for someone that would want to be a part of this. It's called Bus a Move Exit to Thailand. So I'm getting together with some Gen X's that, got some arthritis going on. It's men and women. Well, I say a group of about 8 or less. And you're dealing with, family, like you need to get away or live aboard or do house sitting. You could pass this on to someone. Men, women, couples, house sitting. I got resources that I'm connecting with. I like I say, if this been in your guts, and I don't care if you stay with your parents, whoever, whatever, and someone else can join with me where they can get the families, like if the families want to do a bus a move exit to Thailand, they want to have a better life or whatever, this is the time to get your things in order. Get your things in order. With Gen X. for me is better health care. I got to get my teeth done. It's shifting. I need to get a second opinion about my mental health and arthritis and everything. I got off all my pills, my blood pressure, diabetes. Um, just want to, have better fresh food to eat. Just to enjoy. It's all right if you all, taking care of your grands, or you want to take your family with you or something like that. And then just some Gen X's that are retired, and it's just not nothing for them anymore. And you want to build your brand or make a YouTube channel and stuff, this is us, even though, hey, I'm Paula, this is Watch My Smoke movement, my documentary of me living with bipolar 2 disorder, with mood swings. It's a lot of us, our situation would be so much better if we, climate where we have arthritis in our hands and everything. It's hard to walk and stuff. You need to be in a more tropical climate. Just DM me. We're getting this together. I'm connecting with two of the resources. You want to go and live aboard or do house sitting or just let it be, you know, it's a list of things that, we would do group sessions on Zoom. Some of them are paid, okay? But um, it's the time consuming of me working with you all hand in hand. If you want to do a bus a move exit to Thailand, and the reason why I say Thailand is because why not Thailand? Do your research more on your own as well. But I've been doing research on this for years. And also to build your brand, it's a lot of you all I don't care if you're 70 years old, you still got a brand that you could build. You still got a YouTube channel if you want. You know, I don't go by I don't have many numbers at times or whatever on my YouTube, but to just get you encouraged enough, you need someone to coach you along. I am that person. I am that person. And this is this channel here, well, Substack is Watch My Smoke movement is about no longer sweeping mental health illnesses and challenges up under the rug. You all know I'm talking about the ones who are baby boomers and born in 1966, like I am. You know, they weren't doing nothing about our mental health challenges. And a lot of people needed help in medicine, and then some people who don't. So some people just need support, need love. Some people need more support other than your family and your therapist. I'm that person. And like I said, as you can see, I've been a content creator, entertainer. As you can see in my notes, all my old videos from back in 2008 and stuff, I've been a content creator and didn't even know it over 20 something years. And that's why I couldn't get no job. I couldn't get no fulfillment out of it. And here I am doing something and not getting paid for. No. And a lot of you all are going through that right now. God is making a way. Manifestation, He's making a way for us to have income to do things. Money is nothing but an energy and tool for options. I know what it's like to have money and not, and I know what it's like to not have money. And we say we don't have money because we're living over our means. You got the money. When you talking to someone and don't even have disability, I have zero income. Just get paid at, through my sessions at times, working with clients. So I don't know. I'm mainly uh just looking for someone else that will get 18 and up or 20 and up that wants to be part of the bus bustle move exit to Towling. If you want to do your schooling there, you know, I'm looking for someone that we could, that will help me coach along the way with them. DM me. Um, I am looking for an assistant. So to help us just get this, just get it, let's go, get it together by 2026. I got to renew my passport. Is is due in March. Lasted for 10 years, and I finally did you know, one out the country, and that was last year out of all that time. But anyway, there are many of you, even in the replay, are through this. Now, I'm not, if I see and feel some shenanigans, I'm blocking you. I'm no joke. I'm looking for serious people, okay? So, like I said again, I can talk all day, all night. That's what I'm born. That's my passion. This is my calling. You know, Eh, First of all, like I said, I teach you all to be free and stay free by first, just speaking that you forgive yourself and stick with your first love. Go back to your first love. I coach people. I do your one-on-one sessions, mental health challenges, just to able to get ready to move aboard, broad, move aboard. You have to excuse me. I need teeth. Just go come and say it. I'm accountable, and I haven't been to the doctor in a year in because of this health insurance. Point blank, teeth. My mental health, all of this stuff. But I'm believing in God. But yet still, you got to make the first move. You got to keep moving and do what you got to do. God, I did manifestation last night. Look at my notes. Live YouTube last night. It was called The Door is Open Now. Okay. I didn't mean to be on here this long, but I appreciate you all. If it bless you, like I say, you see my cash out. And I do Zelle. That's it. All this other stuff. And also, um, I got scammed one time with that doggone Bitcoin thing. I was $300 and I haven't felt right since, you know. But I don't trust nobody but God. But yet, I just let God do what He do. But I know we are dealing. The value of our money is really has gone down, and I know we're dealing with Bitcoin and stuff now, and I will be doing some. Um, you know, I got I will be doing some information stuff on with the resources I have with that. Is you all, we are with the right frequency of people. You all got so much to offer. Y'all got so much to offer. I can feel it. Even in the replays, even with God already, when God told me to get on here and do this. And when I get over here, I have to go. I'll be on my way, to you to just doing what I got to do. Stick with it. Some of you all, you all got Substack. What are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? So, hey, you got me. I'm your number one cheerleader. DM me. It's some stuff. I mean, men. Ladies, your families, like I say, this is the time the door is open. Some of y'all notice that I will have on my notes, thank God for the doors that did close and all of that. The rejection is God protection. And when God do bless you, don't run your mouth. Don't let your mouth get you in trouble. Some of us run our mouth too much. Yep, you talking to me too. When you get your blessing, stay low key, cause ain't nobody happy for you. I'm telling you, nobody be happy. I mean, us as support group together, yeah. Especially when we helping, one another. And so, like I said, you check out my eBay, whatever you buy from there, whatever you want to buy your girl or your or partner, whoever, whatever, your mom, your cousin, your whoever. Um, it will be a blessing to it helps you know, it helps our channels and stuff. I have other books that I would do. You will see it in my eBay that I will do uh the same thing I'm doing here. Okay. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I'm no face today. I don't feel like it. It was just God just told me to just make see how it's sitting on my table. That it helps. It helped me. I'm telling you, and I put it on your coffee table, conversation piece, whatever. Fun. Hey y'all. So anyway, I will be talking with you all later. I appreciate y'all. Jesus love you. I love you. And you all take care.